Okay, so alright, welcome to another one. So in this video, so first I look for the melody. So what I have here is mi, re, do, la, 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 do. So how do I harmonize this? How do I play a chord to kind of complement this? Okay, so what do? You check the notes. You know, they say there's always a means to an end. Now, Jehovah, you are the most high. This is the end. This mi, re, do, la, 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 la. This is like a transportation. This is like a movement, like you traveling. Then your final destination is going to be a do. So it is this do that you should look for chord for. Fine, you can look for chord for mi, re, do, la, 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 do. But this do is really where you are going to. So mi, re, do, la, 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 do. What do? I can look at the what I just played. I'll be like, okay, do was where I stopped. Which chord has do? Do, mi, so. Okay, there's a do in do, mi, so. Re, fa, la, no. Mi, so, ti, no. Fa, la, do, okay. Fa. Do have do. That's your chord. Fa has do. So let's keep those two. Now let's go to so. So does so have a do? No. Does la have a do? Yes, it has a do. Does the ti have a do? No. So we have do, fa, and la. So we have three options. So you can now decide to choose which of these three chords are you going to use to harmonize that melody. So I'll start testing. So mi, re, do, la, 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 do. This goes. Let me try fa. No, this does not work. So this goes. The la worked and the do worked. Now don't forget your do and your la. Your la is a relative minor to your do, which means you can always substitute your do for a la. Instead of playing a do, you can just play a la. So let's remove the fa. We are going to use do or la for our do. Now inside the song we have mi, re, do, Jehovah, you are the mo. Now let's look for a chord for this la. Now do, mi, so. Does do, mi, so have a la? No. Does re have it? Yes. Does mi have it? No. Does fa have it? Yes. Does so have it? No. Does la itself have it? Yes. Does ti have it? No. So re has it, fa has it, and la has it. So let's start testing. Jehovah. Let's start with re. Let me do here. The re works. It works, but I'm not going to use a re. Let me try the next one. The fa worked. I think I prefer the fa. The fa sound better. So let's add everything together. Mi, re, do, la, 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 do. See? I've already harmonized it. And even if I want to harmonize this my mi, I'm going to use a do chord for mi because there's a mi inside the do chord. So I can do. You see? I just got some chords for my notes. So I'm going to be telling us some few things. Now, most of the time, if a melody should end on a la, if a song is going to a la like that, 100% of the time, no, not 100%, 80% of the time, is a fa that you're going to play over it. Most of the time, when you play la, is a fa. If it's not a fa, re can work too, but most of the time, fa will work. Now, this is where scoring songs come in. When you start learning new songs, when you start scoring songs, it will not be hard for you. When you start scoring songs, you start seeing how they are applying it. Okay, how do they play it? When do they play fa? When do they play re? These are how you learn. With time, you will know how to harmonize your melodies. When you play something, mi, re, do, re, mi. Okay, mi. Most of the time, mi is a do. I can do mi, re, do, re. I can play do over it. Most of the time. So most of the time, la is for fa. Mi is for do. Ti and re is for so. So let's continue our song. So let's say I started the song and I played. I'm going to do more of this video, but I'm just quickly going to make this one short. I'll make this one short, and I think I'll play some songs. I can give us like I can play 5 songs for us. How to harmonize 5 songs. Okay, so quickly let's do something here. So okay, so now most of the time when you want to lead a song, you should have your pad. Your pad is this sound you hear. That sound you are hearing. That sound you are hearing. That's your pad or your strings. It's a dual sound. That's your pad. So your pad will be there. So most of the time, after you must have gotten the key of the person that wants to sing, most of the time you just stay here. Since it's worship, you just stay on the door. And the person says, Jehovah, mi re do. Mi re do. Do. This do note now, you're going to play do for do. Or then remember I told you for a T, most of the time it's going to be a saw. So mi re do, back to do again. You see, this is how it works. So I'm going to give some of us an assignment. On your own, just go look for 3 songs that you know. Try and see if you can get the chords for those notes. When you play, I'll put you in front. Do do ti la do. What chord are you going to play for this note? Now, you also have to have a good ear. I'll put you in front. Whoever is singing just did front, which means they just moved. Hey, there's a way a do sound. There's a way a fast sound. Now, most of the time, these things they're really hard to teach. Most of the time, it's work like the spirit of speaking in tongues. If the spirit has to come upon you, most of the time, the spirit of these things they come upon you. You just know what to play. You know how it does sound like. Do has this sound of finality. Do has this sound of finality, like it's over. Why? When you see somebody raise the song and they are moving, just know they are going to be far or they are going to be so. They've moved. Most of the time when you start a song, it's going to be on the do. Right? So when the person is going to move, like most of the time they will not still be on the do, they are moving. So you see that they are going to be far or they are going to be so. So let me use 2 songs as example. Jehovah, you are the most high. They've moved. Then let me use emailer. Emailer. You see, emailer. That do is kind of, it's not too stressful. Emailer is resting. But you see that so emailer. It's like a suspense. It wants to resolve to back to a do. Your do has this sound of finality, sounds of resolution. After you must have played everywhere, you have to come back to a do. Do is like your home. After you go out, you must come back to your do. Okay, so that's that. So let me give us a song. Emailer. So what's the melody for emailer? So what do I play here? Emailer. I can play a la. La has a mi, and I can play a do. You are a musician. The thing is, we have standard way of doing things. After you must have known the standard way, you can always choose how you want your music to sound like. That's why different people play a particular song. They don't sound the same. They've learned some things to an extent, and they choose what it is they want to use while playing the song. They choose what they want to use. So let's go through the song. Emailer. I'm going to be using the do. Emailer. Remember I told you re for re is going to be a so. Sorry. Oh kaka. Oh yeah, girl. La again. La for fa. Imela. Imela. Re. So you can pick the chorus of this song and just play it. Let me teach us another song here. Happy birthday. So you're gonna be on a do. Before the song starts, then you start the song. Oh. This is the most simplest way you can play a song. This is like teaching a child how to play the piano. You should be able to pick this chord. Let me play it again. So, so, la, so, do, si. So, so, la, so, re, do. So, so. Go on and how to play the song. Mind you, this is not an advanced tutorial. This is like a beginner's tutorial. Like you really know how this chords, how they work. You really need to know how they work. If you can know how they work from a beginner's level, you can always play advanced things. I can play happy. Alright, so this is strictly for my beginner students. So I think I played some songs in this tutorial. So you can copy those songs. So I'm going to have that tutorial where I teach you how to play simple songs that we know in their simplest form. How to add the melody and what chord to play on your right hand. Once you repeat that with time, then you can start growing. It is very important that you don't ignore the foundation. Don't ignore the little things because you hear people play big things. You also want to play the big things. No. Don't ignore the big things. Very, very important. Yeah, the little things are mean. You need to learn the little things. Alright, so most of the time, La is going to be a fa chord. It's going to be a sol chord. It's going to be a La chord or a Do chord. When you play Fa, it's going to be a Re chord or a Fa itself. When you play Sol, it's going to be a Do chord. A Do chord. Sol is really Sol most of the time. Most of the time, it's a Do chord, but some few times it will be Sol. So, like I said before, I will do other songs and you can remind me. I'll put a description of songs I will be doing. I'm just telling people how it works because some of you ask questions like, how do you know what to play? How do you know it's Fa? How do you know it's Do? The thing is, you have to learn from little. You have to learn, and again, as you've been practicing, you're getting used to how your Do is sounding like. Do, oh, Fa. Be getting used to how they sound. So then, see how this tension. See if you're kind of dragging, there's a tension. Then Do is resting. Do.